signing Git commits with GPG on macOS. If you're using Visual Studio Code or considering integrating secure commit signing into your workflow, you're in the right place. Because in this video, we'll walk through the process of setting up GPG to sign your Git commits, ensuring your code contributions are verifiable and trusted. We'll cover everything from generating a GPG key to configuring Git and Visual Studio Code to use it. So let's get started. We will need a terminal, and first thing we'll have to install GPG, and we will do that using brew, and we can just say brew install GPG So this command will basically install GPG for us using brew, which is the easiest way to install GPG on a Mac. So let's run the command and see what happens. Okay, so now that GPG is installed, we should create the GNUPG directory, and we can do that by just saying make directory like this. Okay, so the folder was already created when installing GPG. That's fine. Next, we will tell GPG which pin entry program to use, or pin entry. And I'll just copy and paste the command because it's a bit long. I have it here. Okay. Now we have to update or create the GPG config .conf file. If this file doesn't exist, we should create it. And we will just run. Okay. The next step is a bit tricky. It's not hard, but depends what you're using. If you're using a bash, so then you have to edit the bash profile or bash RC. I'm using ZSH, so I'll just have to edit the ZSH RC. I can do that by saying nvim ZSH RC. I'm using NeoVim, but you can open it in Nano or Vim or VSCode or your editor of choice. So if I open up this and I go down the bottom, I have these exports commands. I should just, I have to add a new one, which is export GPG _ TTY equals $sign TTY. Okay, save and exit. And now either you close your terminal and open it again, or source your config file. So I'll just run source ZSHRC. This will source the config file for me, the ZSHRC. Okay, next step will be to update permissions for the GNUPG folder that was created when installing GPG via brew. We can do that by running this command. Most of the cases the agent is not running at this moment, but it's best to just try kill all GPG agent. Yeah, it's no matching processes, but I advise to do this because on my other machine I was following the exact same steps, but for some reason I had the GPG agent running and I ran into so many errors and issues. So I just prefer making sure that I'm not having this process running. Now we are the most interesting step. We have to generate the GPG key. We can do that by saying GPG -- full gen key. And now we have all these questions. This is a bit at first intimidating, at least it was for me, but this is simple if you just read everything and go through each of the options. So please select what kind of key you want. For this step, we will want step number 4, an RSA sign only key, and we just type in 4. Okay, so RSA keys may be between 1024 4096 bits long. We will choose the letter, so 4096. Okay. And now it's asking for expiration date. We will type in 0. Key does not expire at all. This is correct. You can specify a period in which the key will be active or valid, but I just want to have it not to expire. Real name will be my name, my email address, and no comment. I just pressed enter there. Okay, O for OK. And now I'm asked for a passphrase. This is like a password, something secure that you will remember. So I'll just type in mine. So here we have 2 keys. I'm just getting the first one. This is the ID that we need. We can just run a command to use this key. So we can just say here GPG --armor --export, and then the ID of the key. And we have this key. We can just copy this. We will need it just a bit later. Now we can just configure Git to use our key, to use GPG for signing commits. We can do that by running this command, git config global GPG program . Okay, and now we have to configure Git to use our signing key, and we can do that by just saying git config global user signing key and paste the ID from here. Okay. And now we have to configure Git to sign all of our commits. We can do this on repository basis, but in my case, I'll just set this global. So git config global commit GPG sign true. And this is done. Okay. Now in VSCode, I'm using Cursor, but it's a fork of VSCode, so everything should be the same in terms of settings. In settings, if we search for GPG, we have to make sure that we have commit signing enabled. Enable commit signing with GPG SSH X509. In our case, we just use GPG. Okay, so if we have this set up, and if we follow all the steps correctly, we now should have a signed commit. I'll try to commit to Laravel Magazine repository, and these are old commits that are not signed. And now if I push a new commit, we should have the verified badge next to the commit hash. So I'll just change something dummy just to have something changed, so I can just say verified commit. And now it's asking our passphrase. This is just the first time we are pushing a new commit that is signed. So the first signature, sort of speak. So okay, that has been pushed. If we go back, we can see we have unverified. This is because we have to upload our public signing GPG key in order to know that it is us, and it will match the keys and it will sign the commit for us. So if I go a new GPG key, give it a name, and we have to paste, if you remember, I said to copy this, we will need it later. Copy this in here, add GPG key, and now it's verified. So from this point forward, every commit that we push, it will be verified. Yeah, that was it for this video, and see you in the next one. Bye.